Alright, welcome back. You're probably wondering, why did he make an entire section on just the screen separation from the LCD? That just seems pointless. But let me explain to you why. Number one, this particular repair in which the glass is cracked, but when you power it on, the screen still works perfectly. And by the way, you can still touch it, which means the digitizer is working as well. This particular repair has become about 55 upwards percent of my entire revenue. It is a very, very lucrative business. And here's why: because the glass costs about $2 if you buy a whole bunch of these, and I buy these in huge volume. So I have like more than 1,000 of those pieces of glasses that I purchased. So I get each of these for about $2. In addition to that, I did a lot of practice, so I can do this almost perfectly. Like it's been almost a year since I made a mistake, and I'm not trying to brag and say that I'm that good. It's just I'm that good because I've been practicing so much that I can remove a cracked glass. Once again, assuming that the LCD is working fine like this. I can remove it within 20 minutes now without even damaging the LCD. So just picture this, okay? You get the glass for about $2. You charge $60 to repair it. How much is that profit? Now let's say you're doing a bigger phone like the Galaxy Note 3. Once again, you get it for about $3, maybe $5, and you charge $70 or $75 for the repair, and it takes you 30 minutes. That's actually a pretty huge profit. And if you're pretty good and you've established a name for yourself, and people know where you are, you could actually get about maybe 10 of these repairs per day. In my stores, that's what we average during the busy seasons, which is December, January, February. And sometimes I've done about 10 of these glass repairs in one day. No other repairs, just this repair. Other repairs did come in, but I didn't accept them. The reason being is because this is the most lucrative repair. So if you're making about $70 per half hour, right? You do the math. It's a good business. And the reason why I think this business will continue to stick around is because the phones these days, most of them are designed this way. The LCD and the digitizer that are grouped together are under one just fat piece of glass. And the glass is really nothing more than a glass. So you can separate it using heat and a knife, and then you can reapply a new glass like this. And then you can get away with charging $60-70. But here's the reason why people will still pay you, and here's the reason why I think it's still a very lucrative business. Because once again, this repair is made possible due to the way that phones are made these days. So you can just simply remove the glass, because in the future all the phones are going to be made this way, and it's going to be really easy to repair these kind of phones. In addition to that, it's also a risky repair if you don't know what you're doing, okay? And I put huge emphasis on that. If you don't know what you're doing, I'm gonna admit this, it is easy to crack the LCD. And when I first started doing this, I have cracked the LCD before, thinking that I was good when I wasn't. So when you remove the glass, if you put too much heat, you can burn the LCD and make it discolored. Or if you don't put enough heat, you can actually crack the LCD while you're removing the cracked glass. So it does take practice. But with all the people that I've trained, all of them have become experts in this right now. They're really good at it. None of them make any mistakes. And again, it's just practice. It's practice, practice, practice. So watch these next videos of how I do it. And these are also going to be in real life situations. I might put up one video in the studio, but I just don't think that'll be really possible. So I'm going to link you some other videos that we saw in the public domain that we felt were kind of complemented what we were doing. And in addition to that, we put our own videos in real life situations in the store, showing you how exactly you need to separate this glass from the LCD. And because it's a risky business, once you become really good at it, then it won't be risky for you. I hope that makes sense. For me, it's not a risky business. And once again, because I've done this so many times, that when I get this screen in and when I separate the glass from the LCD, assuming that the LCD is good, it's not risky for me because I've done it so many times that, for me it's just 1, 2, 3. But for a customer, it is risky. So almost 99% of customers will say, hey, I'm not going to take that risk. Even though I know how to do it, I'm not going to take that risk. And I'm just going to pay this guy $60. I have yet to see a customer that says, oh, I'm just going to try it myself, because that's an expensive phone. You crack the LCD, you're going to have to pay $200 or even more for it. So once again, most customers If not all, we'll just say, okay, here's the money, do it for me if you're good. So it's a really good, lucrative business, and it's only going to continue to grow. And the reason why I put a huge emphasis on the LCD working is if you power it on and you only see the bottom lights lighting up, or you can hear it ring and the screen doesn't light up, that you can't do this repair on that. It won't work. You're going to have to get an entirely new LCD, which is going to be upwards of 150 or even $200 per LCD. So always make sure that when the customer brings in the phone, you test it, make sure the touch works, make sure the LCD turns on, and then if all that is okay, then you can continue on with this business. The things you're going to need for this repair are preferably two knives, and I'm going to put some pictures on here. It can't be any knife. It's got to be these kind of X-Acto knives. In addition to that, you're going to need some local glue. You're going to need a black light that you can get at Party City. You're also going to need a UV lamp that you can get on Amazon. Now you can get it for as cheap as $15, guys. Invest in a UV lamp. Invest in a $2 black light. Invest in these X-Acto knives. You can get them for $1 or less. All right, invest in some UV glue. Invest in some 99% alcohol, because you're also going to need the alcohol, and some wiping cloth. And then invest in some of these screens that you can get for $2. Okay, just invest in them, $2. And with this repair, you don't even need a store, for crying out loud. If you're a student in a dormitory, just put classified ads in your school saying, hey, look, I repair these Samsung Galaxy screens that I can do for as cheap as 50, 60 bucks. Or even lower if if you're doing a deal for a student, whatever you can manage to do. And you can already start making money right away just with this. Okay, so it's a good investment. Invest in it. That's what you're gonna need. So watch these videos and have fun.